back, and in this video I'm covering chapter 12 of the Club Forex app. Chapter 12 talks about the principles and terms used. So it's very important that we need to know the language before we could dive into exactly doing the actual thing. I'm just gonna jump into it, man, believing that you have already read the app. Again, basic term number one, bulls and the bears. Alright, what does that mean? Remember, I spoke about market going up, or the market can go down. Also, the market can go sideways. So, when the market goes up, it's a bull market. When the market goes down, it's a sell market. Right? Like a cow, how does a bull fight? Right? How does the bear fight? Stumbles. Correct? So, bull market going up, bear market going down. When we're saying that the market is bullish, it means the market is going up. The market is bearish, the market is going down. It is a long market, the market is going up. It is a short market, the market is going down. Short market going down, bearish market going down, sell going down. Buy up, long up, bullish up. That's basically the terminology. That's all that you need to understand about it, right? Again, I spoke about currency pairs. Euro is a currency, ZAR is a currency, USD is a currency, Japanese yen is a currency. You cannot trade a currency on its own. You need to pair currency with another currency. Currency pair, Euro USD, that you can trade. USD ZAR, that you can trade. You cannot trade ZAR on its own. It needs to be paired with another currency. Right? Cool. Then you have your spread. What is that? A spread is let me talk about, there's something called the quote, right? Quote price and the ask price. So when you execute a trade, there will be a quote price and ask price. Then the spread is basically the difference between those two numbers. Between those two prices. And that's what, every time you take a trade, your trade will forever start in a negative. The spread is basically paying commission to the broker. But it's not even an amount that you'll notice, not unless you're trading a big lot size. A lot size is basically the amount of, I don't want to say money, I don't know how to explain this part. But when you're taking a trade, the smallest lot size that you can use is 0.01. It's like a cent, 1 cent. The bigger the lot size, the more spread you're going to pay to the broker. But it's not an amount that you should be stressing about. It's like a bank charges, man. You never notice your bank charges, but the bank charges you those charges, right? So what is the spread? The spread is the difference between the quote and the ask. The quote could be 10, and the ask price could be maybe 8. What is the spread? What is the difference between those two? The spread will be 2, right? So and one of the advantages of why we trade major currency pairs as compared to exotic is because major currency pairs have tight spread, meaning that when you're trading major currency pairs, you're going to trade or you're going to pay less commission, right, to the broker. Every time you take a trade, you'll be charged commission. Okay, then we talk about pips. Remember, the market moves up and down, and those movements are called pips. And there's something called also pipettes, which is we don't really consider them. What is the time now? The time now is 1 minute past 1. 1 minute past 1. That 1 minute is a pip. I did not mention the seconds. We don't really consider them. Okay. So what is a pip? It's that everything that I'm talking about, guys. It will make sense when you actually looking at the charts. Okay. A pip, it's just one movement of every move that the chart makes, a market makes. It's like a kilometer. What is a kilometer? Or what is meters? Meters from here to there, it's 5 meters. Right? So the market moves from this point, or from this price level to that price level, it moves in pips. Okay? Cool. And then there's something called lot size, which is, I just explained, or I just gave you an overview. A lot size is the basically is the amount that you use to execute a trade. 0.01, 0.05. The smallest lot size that you can use it is 0.01. This will make sense when you're actually looking at the charts. Leverage, what is that? A leverage is basically a money that a brokerage borrows you in order for you to trade. It, it helps with leverage. Again, I'll show this as well nicely on the actual charts what I'm talking about. Let's say you go to the bank and then you want to buy a house. Then you say to the bank, okay, I have a 10,000 rand and the bank has three leverage options. Leverage A, it's 1 to 100. Leverage B, it is 1 to 500. Leverage C, it is 1 to 1000. So if you have 10,000 and then you choose leverage option A, which is 1 to 100, the bank says, okay, with this 10,000 rands that you have, that you want us to give you a loan to purchase this house. If you choose it 1 to 100 of the leverage, then you cannot buy a house that's more than 100,000 with this 10,000. With this 10,000, if you choose leverage B, which is leverage B, it is 1 to 500. You can buy a house, but not up that's more than 500,000 with this 10,000 rand deposit that you're willing to pay. Leverage C, which is 1 to 1,000, same deposit of money, which is a 10,000 rand. And the bank says, with this 10,000 deposit, and then if you're choosing leverage C, which is 1 to 1,000, you can buy a house that's worth more, that's worth a 1 million rand. So you'll notice that the bigger the leverage, the the more expensive house you can buy, which is that's good, right? You don't really need a lot of money in order for you to purchase what you want. But again, if shit hits the fan, I mean, by just your deposit money, it says a lot maybe about you. If you buying a house of 10,000 rand, I mean of 1 million with a deposit of 10,000 rand, think about, will you be able to maintain that house? Like these are plus you need to paint the house, this and that. Most likely, most probably not going to be able to. But let's say you are someone who's buying that house for 10,000 rand. I mean, with a deposit of 10,000 rand of 1 million, and you don't buy that house to stay. You buy it, and then a few months later you sell it to someone else at a higher price. You realize that you would have made profit from purchasing a house worth 1 million with a deposit of 10,000 rand and sold it to someone else on a higher price as compared to someone else maybe that purchased that house of 1 million to stay in it. The difference between these two people is that the other guy is buying this house of 10,000 of 1 million to stay, the other one is buying it to sell it. So high leverage is good, high leverage is bad. You need to know how to use it. So that example that I just made, it also applies in the forex market. I'll explain how it works because that's where the lot size come into play, and it's not complicated, but it's not easy for me to explain it verbally. I'll have to show. I'll do it. I'll cover it within the course. Okay, don't worry about it. Cool. There's something called the margin call. Basically, when your trade or your account is about to be wiped out, then the broker will call you. Most of the time, the broker will send you an email of a margin call. Hey, that you're running out of money. You need to deposit more funds on your trading account so that your account won't be blown. Then position. What is a position? When you place a trade, the trade that you've placed, when you click buy or sell, that's called a position. If you buy two trades, that's you have two positions that are open. Long position is basically trades that are going up that you bought, buy, 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 buy. Short position is basically trades that you are selling, right? Remember, we sell, it's a bearish market, it's a short market. It means that it's going down. Remember, one currency wants the prices to go up, one currency wants the prices to go up, down. So if you are looking at the market and it's going down, don't say, "Oh, the market is weak." The market, no. Look at the currency that wants the prices to go down. Then if the market is going down, it basically means that that currency that wants the prices to go down is the one that's strong. Doesn't mean that the market is weak. You have two currencies. One wants the prices to go up. One wants the prices to go down. Understand that part. See you in the next video. Thanks.